So today I'm doing a little something different. I'm actually gonna take a little time on the side, talk about how I'm fishing, the equipment I'm using, and any techniques that I think anybody would be interested. We do have a lot of new fishermen who really don't fish that much and are interested in. Yes, we have fishermen who are very skilled who watch the channel and probably aren't interested a little how-to, but hey, maybe they even might learn something, you know, because I learn something new every day. Big fish. I'm thinking mudfish. Oh, that's a big bass. Yes. So I kind of stopped my retrieve. I mean, literally just stop it, let it sink. Picked it up. I thought I actually got snagged, but we have a monster bass. Oh. And I was trying to keep my back motor off this tree behind me that you can't see. And I don't want to say what he weighs, but we're going to weigh him. And this might be, just looking at him, my new personal best, because this thing is a monster. And when he hit, and I couldn't bring him in, I actually thought he was a mudfish because I was so far deep into the woods there. But now this is my first fish of the day. I've been here 1 hour and 4 minutes, and this is a good way to start the morning. I actually got a late morning, but let's weigh him and get him back. And we're gonna measure him. So he is 22.5 inches long. And let me just dip them in real quick. I want to keep them wet, then we'll weigh them. I don't know if it'll be my new personal best. My personal best is 715, and we got her zeroed. Just shy, but it's still a nice bass. And I got 593. So whether you can see it or not, it's 593. So almost 6 pounds. That is a heck of a nice bass this morning. I do have a small case of fish goggles because when I pull them out, you know, it's a nice fish. Anything close to 6 pounds is a nice fish. My personal best is 715, so not close, but it's also been 20 years since I caught him. So anyways, let's let him go. Perfect morning. So if you're wondering what I caught him on, it was a chatterbait jackhammer. I actually just lost my golden shiner. I have another one in the tackle box, but I'm saving that for tomorrow or the next week. So I don't have to buy another one. This place, as you can see, is full of stick-ups and stumps, and I lost them in a little too deep of water. But anyways, it's just another jackhammer. I cannot remember the name, but it's green, tan, got a little bit of purple in it. Silver blade, and that's got a Kitech golden shiner on the end. I knew that was coming sooner or later. Don't you dare use my chatterbait. We got ourselves a mudfish. And he's got a hold of my $13 chatterbait, so gotta make sure we don't lose the chatterbait. Goal number 1. On the bright side, he's not huge. So, let me get this hook out and we'll... Okay, so for any of you who haven't seen any of my prior videos and mudfish or bowfin, this is a small one or a medium one. And we're going to let him go because I got him pretty good in the tongue and he's bleeding. Now a lot of people, when they catch those, they just dispatch them at the boat because there's gazillion of them and all they do is tear up your bait. You can't eat them. They're mush. So if they were edible fish, it wouldn't be so bad. But I definitely have to retie because he tore apart my line. And so whenever they bite, first thing all you can do is think of his nice bass, and then you look at him and you're like, oh, you little sucker. But it comes with the fishing around here. So I've kind of been swimming and jigging it, so I swim it for a few feet, then just let it fall and jig it up and swim it for a few feet. It just varies depending on exactly what I'm pulling it through. Okay, well that was a mudfish or a gar, because it just snapped it, so. Alright. Thought it was the current taking my Cinco for a little while here. When I lifted it up, I could feel the Cinco, but I couldn't feel the fish. And then the Cinco moved too far. I'm like, that's a little fish. So sure enough, little bass. Definitely not what we had before, but still a fish. And that's what we're here for. I'm, not in a tournament, fun fishing, so anything we can get on the hook is a bonus. So I'm pulling a black and blue Cinco. It is Texas rigged, and it is weighted. So what I do with my Texas rigs, put a little weight. After I rig it, on this side, I slip a little insert weight. For this, I'm not using wacky. I've too many hang-ups for wacky, so I went to Texas rigged. This is a weighted one. I have a one of those push weights. It's right in here in the belly. Put it in from this side. And now when it does fall, it comes up like a normal Cinco, but it falls more like a wacky. So it's kind of the best of both worlds when you put the weight in the center. And I like black and blue. This is a very stained muddy water. You can't get away with lighter colors. My chatterbait, that's more of a vibration bait, so I can get away with a little lighter color here on that. And I'm not saying you need a dark color, it's just right now, I prefer to throw this. So I'm doing a little change up. I'm going to a little 5.5 square bill. This particular one's made by Berkeley. I think it's like Easy Money or something like that. It's a blue, greenish chartreuse with white belly. Very good. I've kind of overlooked the crankbait recently, and there's usually a good crankbait bite, so we're going to throw this around for a while. There we go. It wouldn't take long running the banks. Okay. So we did a small move. I went from the river, from the Dead Lakes. Now we're in the Chipola River. It's another river that connects to the Apalachicola. And so the Apalachicola and the Chipola River, they're the same kind of river. This guy's about 13 inches, I guess. Yeah, I stand corrected, 14 inches. So, good little river bass. There are some nice big bass along these shorelines, but throwing a crankbait just through the brush is a quick, easy way to do it. Just keep your trolling motor on enough to keep you moving and plug away. Square bill is a must. And then, if anybody is interested, I am using actually 16-pound fluorocarbon. And it's on a Daiwa TWS reel. It's a 8-to-1 ratio. And this is on a Ducket 7'6" medium heavy cranking rod. It's a great rod. It's cheap, inexpensive. I love it. It's nice and flexible, but it's still got a nice backbone for medium heavy. And with 16-pound test, people are like, 16-pound test, oh my God. Well, you're in a river, you're fishing through sticks with current. So if you can break it out, it's better than going in after it. And also, I can cast this a country mile with 16-pound test. It doesn't affect anything. I haven't found it to hinder it in any way. So, hey, if you can chuck 16-pound test versus 12, chuck the 16 or 15.